Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to Sit on My Bits. Just placing some trades this morning. Thought I'd turn the recorder on. Basically, I've seen a pattern here. Look at this. You can see this pattern. It looks similar. You can see it's hit this high point here. It's come down to here. It's come up to that high point there, which is similar to that. Then back down to that low point, which is similar to that. Each time dropping. Then it's hit this low point here, and then I've seen it's gonna be coming back up. So after each low point, it's then taken a spike up. So here's a low point, spike up. Here's a low point, spike up. Here's a low point, it's spiking up. So just taking advantage of these trades here. They've come in, lovely. Let's get some more. What's on that low point? I'm going to times 2 it on that low point. And again. And again. You can see it's on its way back up. Here we go. Let's pop that back down. I'm trading at 0.434, which is roughly around $400. Come on, it's going to spike up like it has done here. Here we go, lovely. Just hope it don't go back down. Might lose this one here. Come on, come on, up, 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 up. Ah! Missed one, but the majority of them come in. So basically, yes, see the pattern emerging. High point, come down to this low point, back up to this high point, down to this low point. Each time it's getting lower and lower and lower. It's hit this low point here, so you know it's going back up like it has done there, there, and before there. So just a pattern emerging. Look for a pattern. Now, I'm still confident this is on its way up. So while I'm waiting for that, I'll just show you again. It's got this high point here. It's come up from this low point, hit this high point. It's then come down to here. Well, it's zigzagging around. It's then gone up to there. Then you look at that, it's a similar sort of pattern. You can see it's back down to that low point, which is then lower than that low point. Up again, but not as high as that point. Then it started to go down again, hit that low point. Then we know it's going back up. So let's go back to the 3-minute view. So that's what it's all about, is looking for a pattern, seeing what it's doing. If you can catch it on these opportunities, superb. But you've got to be lucky. So basically, it's just a case of looking at the pattern, seeing where it's going, and then waiting for it to go against it and trading against it. That's how I do it. Whoop! Like I said, it's not investment advice. Shit! Look at that opportunity there, but it's fuck all I can do about it because it's in the no trade zone. Now that's going to shoot back up. So yeah, just a case of looking at the pattern, following the patterns. Obviously, it can all go wrong. Like I said before, this isn't investment advice at all. It's just how I do it. Just look at what it's doing. You know, I mean, sometimes you might get one where it's pretty much just zigzagging, 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 which could be very risky. If you get something like this, where you can see an actual pattern emerging, you know, and you can follow the pattern down. You can see there the overall direction is going down, but every time it hits a high, then it takes a low, then it hits a high, then it takes a low, then it hits a high, then it takes a low, all the time going down. So once it's hit this point, which looks the same as this point and the same as this point, I knew that was going to go back up. You know, you can see it here. It's done there. It looks the same. Look at that little zigzag there, 2 zigzags there, 2 zigzags there, 2 zigzags there, and then after that, it goes up. Happens here, it goes up. So it's happened there. Play some trades up, it's gone up. So that's how I do it. Look for a pattern. I mean, sometimes you might need to go through a few different assets before you can see a decent pattern, but it's worth it rather than just risking it, trading it on something that could be quite volatile. Just keep an eye out for a pattern like that, and then I mean, that's how I do it. It works for me. It may not work for everyone. Obviously, I still get things go wrong where it suddenly changes. Name of the game. But overall, I find it works for me if you find a pattern like that. You can see that it's replicating. You know, so you can see what it's doing. It's replicating itself all the time, going down. So once it's hit that low point there, which you can see is the same as that and the same as that, you know that it's more than likely going to go up. So let's see what's happening with it now. Now, has it taken the turn and it's on its way back down? That's the only tricky bit, is working out when it takes the turn back. So I'm guessing now that's coming on its way back down now. So where it's hit that spike, then it's coming back down. So I'm guessing that's on its way back down. So let's have a look. Yeah, so you see the whole pattern. If we have a look, well, I'm waiting for that to come out of that zone. Hits a high point, hits a low point, hits a high point, hits a low point, high point, low point, high point, and then it starts to come back down again. So very important to catch it. Let's place some put trades here. And then going to spike back up. Yeah, that's what we wanted. This will be unlucky if that goes out. Very unlucky. No, lovely. They come in beautiful. So yeah, basically, I've seen a pattern emerging. So back here, let's scroll back a little bit. It's worked its way up to that high point. Then it's come down here. Then it's come back up to another high point, the same as that. Then it's come back down again, which is the same as that. So you can see the patterns. These high points and these low points are very similar. It's come up again. So after each low point, there's a high point. And then I've caught it when it was going up, so it's hit that low point. You can see that is the same as that and the same as that and that, so you know it's coming up, and then after that it takes a low. So I've taken advantage of that. So it's how I do it. It's very, very simple. Like I said, CryptoBo's great if you're starting out because it's fun, it's easy to use. You put your money in, they convert it into Bitcoin. It's all done for you, and it is great fun to use. And I find it quite easy. But I mean, I've been using it for years now. But it is a case. People are always asking about strategies, so it is a case of looking for a pattern. Like you can see with this, like I said, sometimes I'll come down and I'll look at it and I can't see any opportunities, so I'll leave it and come back again later on. And wait until you see that pattern. And when you see that pattern emerging, you can see what it's doing. You can see that it's going down, coming back up. So when it goes down again, you know it's going to come back up. It's hit that high point. I've taken advantage of that, and then I've seen it started to go down like it has done here and here. So then trade against it. So works for me. But just be careful. Be careful. Don't go in trading and get caught up in that sort of gambling mentality of just trading and then you lose and you think, well, shit, I've got to get that back. I mean, I do it, but I try not to do it. You have to get that out. If you start losing, walk away from it. But for me, easiest thing to do is look for patterns, see the overall direction it's going in, and then wait for it to go up or down, and then place the trade in the opposite direction. So if you see this is going down, wait for it to take a spike up, then place a put trade against it. But like I say, on this one, I've seen the pattern, followed that pattern, and it's come in. So 6.2 Bitcoin now. I'm going to probably do a bit more trading and then call it a day. But yeah, trading strategies, look for patterns, look for overall directions. Say it's not investment advice, it might not work for everyone, but it works for me. But yeah, if you wanna check out Crypto Both yourself, there's a link below this video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed for all the latest on trading platforms, strategies, crypto and everything else. And yeah, don't forget, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and I'll be back with you soon with more updates and reviews. But I keep getting bombarded with emails about strategies, so I'll keep trying to show people this is how I do it, try and make it as clear as possible. But I say it works for me, it might not work for you, but I'll share what I do, and if it does help you, then happy days. But yeah, just look for patterns, follow the patterns, look for where it replicates, so you know that you can predict what it's going to do. So high point, low point, and then another high point, the same as here, so you know it's then going to go low. Once it's hit that very low point, as you can see there, it's got the two spikes, then you know it's going to go up. And then once it's hit that high spike like it has there and there, you then know it's going to go back down. So follow it, and same with if it's vice versa. But yes, I'll leave it at that, and I'll be back with you soon with more updates and reviews. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe, there's a link below the video, and give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and I'll be back with you soon. Thank you.